Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. Chris Fitzsimon, what did you not have the chance to say on last week's show, but you wish you had?
Well, we talked about the first debate between Senator Tillis and Cunningham for the U.S. Senate race, and we might disagree about who did better or who did worse or what the outcome was. But I was really struck by even friends of mine who were deeply engaged in politics. They watched it, but it didn't have the effect. Just a few cycles ago, we all would have been on the edge of our seats and calling each other and talking about who did this and who did that. And the coverage, I think, would have been more extensive. It would have been a bigger deal, even if it just was aired on WRAL TV in Raleigh. I think it illustrates a point that we've all talked about off and on, how hard it is in this current environment with these giant stories of COVID, mostly the pandemic, but a presidential race unprecedented, and how bizarre it all is, how hard it is even for a U.S. Senate race to become sort of the talk of the political class. Maybe it's because nobody had a horrible gaffe. We can argue about Cunningham's answer on the vaccine, but it really was striking about, I think, how our political system is how this is such an unusual year that I think the further debates in the Cunningham Tillis race, the Forrest Cooper debates, I think that unless there's something unbelievably monstrous that happens, they'll be interesting, but I'm not sure they have the impact that they had even 4 years ago.
You know, that's an interesting comment because Susan Roberts wrote a column for the Old North State blog, which we posted on our website this past week, in which she compares the 2014 Thom Tillis race with, oh gosh, her name just, Hagan, Kay Hagan, with the 2020 election. And there was quite a bit more interest and a lot more following in that 2014 cycle than there is. And I think probably a lot of it has to do with the pandemic, and probably it has to do, wouldn't you agree, with the fact that Trump is just completely taking all the air so far as the election is concerned?
Absolutely. And the fact that even Tillis did better probably than Cunningham in a lot of folks' eyes, but it was also in some ways overshadowed by what I thought was another bad week for President Trump. And of course, Tillis is running with Trump. And so I think there's a combination of factors that make the debates not quite what they used to be, which I think is unfortunate. I'd like to watch the debates. I'd like to see more of them. I'd like to see more talk about policies and issues and all those things. But it was hard enough back then. It's really hard now, I think, for debates to have a giant impact on a campaign.
Right. Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.